Okay, so we're talking about here, do women love sex more than men? This is the question. I can only speak from my point of view. I know some people, but I know from my point of view, I enjoy sex, but do I love it to the point more than men? I don't think so. I love it, but I don't think I need it or obsess over it or even addicted to it as much as men are. That's what I'm going to say.
I think those are lies. I think they're all lies. It's bullshit. Everybody needs to stop fucking lying. Let's keep it 100. Bitch, everybody thinks about fucking just as much as men do. Okay? And when I say everybody, I mean men and women think about sex just as much as the other. I mean, there's been studies that show that men and women think about sex 85% of the time throughout the day.
I don't doubt that a woman's craving for sex can be just as great, if not more, than a man. I just think that women are so multi-complex in their thinking. They can think about so many other things and leave sex behind. Whereas I think men are thinking about sex constantly and can't really stop really thinking about sex.
You know why I think that? You think that because the reason why is because us women haven't locked down the rules and the game of our own pussies. That's what you're saying. That's basically what it boils down to. Because we ain't busting all the time like they are. That's why you're saying we get caught up with shit.
No,
as much as if we came as much as a man can come in like 20 seconds just by going in some pussy. Okay? Imagine being able to come every time a man sticks his dick in you. Can you imagine what that's like? If you ever came, especially to come on a dick, okay, is a beautiful feeling. To come getting ate out is like, yeah, it's good. You know, you got bitches who turned out from getting eaten out. You know what I mean? It's bitches who like, oh fuck, they all over the place because they're getting eaten out.
No,
but good, if you come from some dick, it's off the hook.
Like all the time, and I'm like, say if I'm like an expert, you know, I really know my body so well, so I'm like really expert into sex, and I can see it. I really can see it. My personality, I'm not maybe speaking for other women so much, but my personality is I don't like having something to have total control over me. So I wouldn't be obsessed. I wouldn't be like,
but see,
I wouldn't be looking at it like all the time. I have to have my mind thinking about other stuff. And since
what are you thinking about though when you get that? I just want to know what you're thinking about.
Since I feel like I can do that, I can pull my mind into other different areas where I think men really just can't without a choice. Like I don't think you're giving men enough credit. I don't think you're giving men enough credit. I'm gonna ride with my niggas on this one. I'm gonna ride with my niggas on this one. I don't think she giving y'all motherfuckers enough credit.
No,
I talk to men, and everything that is focused in their lives, everything that I talk to them about is sex. I mean, I've heard that if they don't masturbate every day or like they get blue balls and it hurts. Like that's their genitalia is different than ours. Like I can honestly say, like I don't have to touch myself every day without being in pain.
Right, but see, it's called being a bitch. That's what we do. It's like, okay, our pussies aren't going to explode because we haven't come. But guess what? We're about to be a bitch for like the next couple days until we get some. Why do you think there is bitches who don't fuck? And the minute a bitch fuck, you be like, oh, you got some, huh? You can tell because the bitch look like she walking on air.
Well, that bitch who you're saying is mad that she's not getting some.
Maybe, she ain't come. I ain't say she ain't getting some. I just said she ain't busting.
Or the one that's not busting. Maybe she's not happy because she's equating sex with love.
No, maybe she's not happy because she's not riding that dick right and she ain't getting her jollies. That's what I mean.
And you're right. And if she's not getting her jollies, it's like, all right, I think it's more of an emotional thing of why someone would be upset of why, like a woman, why she's not coming off. But honestly, women can get themselves off by masturbating. So I think when it comes to women and men, I think a woman is going to get more, she's going to be more upset because she's equating that sex with love. So if she's not feeling the reciprocal effect of the sex with the man, she's going to feel like she's being taken for granted or taken advantage of.
Okay, but that's what a relationship. That's what a relationship. If you just want to fuck though, if you just want to fuck, but see, why are you equating love out of a relationship?
Well, women do that.
But why? That's their fault then. See, now you can't blame the niggas. Once again, I'm riding for y'all niggas. So don't be hating when y'all be saying I be hating on y'all motherfuckers. Once again, it goes back to the chick because if she's equating love with a dude who she not in no relationship with, then that's on that bitch. She's wrong.
I think it happens all the time.
But it don't matter if it happens all the time or not. You're trying to say because it happens all the time, that's the norm and that's right.
I didn't say it's not. I'm just saying it's just more like a misunderstanding.
But just because it was done, it don't mean that's cool.
What I'm trying to say is that, all right, women, if they can feel like they get affection, there's like a survey I read on the internet. I forget, but it says that women can be just as happy and healthy just by getting a hug from their mate. And they compare this with sex, with a man. So they can be just as happy and get the same benefits of sex without having sex, just by having their man hug them. That tells me women really just want the affection and emotion. So can I say that, you know, women want sex more than men? I don't think so. I think men...
you know what that tell me? You know what that survey tell me?
I think men want sex more than women because that's how they see the world. That's how they equate their
I think that survey tells me that bitch ain't getting no real dick. That's what that survey tell me. Because I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, if you could be
I'm going to make you want to...
But as a woman, if you could be happy, get in the hot... Look,
I love the hug and kiss. But that don't mean that I'm going to be just as happy hugging and kissing as I am once I get my shits off.
So maybe you have something there. Maybe women, or you're just saying, or majority of women are just not really exposed to how good sex can be for a woman, and that's why they have to think like that's something to look into. But I would say right now, women are not like dying to have sex. Like
women, I think you're wrong. I think the reason why it doesn't seem like women are dying to have sex like a man is because women are not coming as much as men come. Men have been coming since they were like on a study the minute they started getting their dicks hard. Okay, that could be from anywhere from the age of 10. Well, their dicks get hard from the time they're born. Okay, just because. But when they start going through puberty and now they start to see what this shit is for, these motherfuckers have been busting nuts since they were like 11, 12, or 13 on a regular, okay? Whether it was angry nuts, you gotta think about it, like if the reason why they think about sex all the time is because so many things had sex was equal to so many different things in their life. When you start going through puberty, when you're 11 or 12 years old, there's a lot of things that you don't discuss. There's a lot of things that's going on with your body that you don't think other people are going through, because some people are not. They're not going through it as of yet. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that you deal with internally as a person. Okay, and just unfortunately, sex is something that most people still deal with internally. I don't care whether you've had the sex talks from your parents, whether you've been to health education classes. At the end of the day, you still deal with it internally. And when you're young and you're living at home with parents, okay, and on top of going to school and you have your teachers, there's a lot that you have to be angry about. There's a lot that you have to be stressed about. So men start to equate not just the sexual joy of coming with, I should jerk off, I come, I feel better. Oh my God, this motherfucker pissed me off and I didn't get a chance to beat his fucking ass like I want to. Let me jerk off because I feel better.
Yeah.
It's more so like it becomes their vice. Sex, and so they go from masturbation to sex.
So do you think, if you're saying like if women from the beginning of the game, they were taught by their mothers to be sexually accepting of who they are, learn about their anatomy, learn about how to feel the best that they can when having a sexual interaction, and just have their minds really just open, that you don't have to
feel good.
You don't have to be ashamed of being a woman. You can feel good, and it's
chase that nut, bitches. Like dudes say they be chasing the nut. Chase that nut, bitch. Fuck all that. Fuck about what you don't. When it caught up when we have sex with other shit that has nothing to do with sex.
So do you think? So you're saying that we were psychologically free from the gate?
Psychologically free
from the gate.
Because you gotta understand, men have had years to develop a good sexual. I would say a good sexual outlook.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because their image, like person, like you said, they're not made to feel ashamed of their sexual.
At first, they are. They are made to feel ashamed of it when they're young. When it's first starting out.
As they come into their age, society treats them
just a few years later.
Society treats them as more, okay, sexually accepted is right. You should be like this. Is more inclined with nature. Whereas a woman, when we become sexually aware, we're always labeled as, oh, you're a slut or you're a hoe. You can't do this. And
like you can't
get the same respect.
Right. You have to. Okay, you start to get titties. Well, I know I come from where how my mom and them were raised, it was like, don't be fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just dancing, the minute you kind of do a little ass shake, it's like, whoa, bitch, whoa, some of that. What you about to bring home babies? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you might have tooted out your ass a little bit as you doing a two-step. Like, it's like, that's where I was from. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like any little thing, it was like, you're going to be a hoe.
It kind of reminds me, it's because it's for me. Like, it reminds me of Madonna when I first heard her about human nature and don't sexually repress yourself.
Yeah, that's my shit when I heard that.
Don't repress yourself. And then, like, I could never really get, like, I get what she was saying, but I was just thought, like, all right, Madonna, she just seems like she's just so sexually free. Like, I'm not there in her mindset.
But see, what you have to understand too is, yeah, I believe that's a bitch that I would try to hang out with. I would want to hang out with Madonna. Madonna, bitch, if you listen one day, I don't know, you're old as shit now, bitch, I can fuck with you. But,
she might try to come on to you.
No, she's like, she ain't going my ass. But, like, it's like, when people seem to think that when you become sexually free as a woman, that you become a hoe. You can be sexually free with one person. You know what I'm saying? I am a firm believer of being sexually free with that person that you with. I'm a strong believer in that. I think a lot of times, though, if people were to see or hear a person like me talk, they're going to automatically assume she's a fucking hoe. She done been with 18 million motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I know. I know my body. I'm cool with my body. There are things that I could work on with my body that I may not be in my life. You know what I mean? So that's a huge part too.
This is a good idea. So this is more for like for you. You seem more sexually comfortable. I'm still learning about myself. So do you think that it like when we're saying do women want sex more than men? Do you think this is more? Do you agree with this in your own individual lifestyle? Do you think
about sex just as much as men do? I think the problem is because they haven't had good sexual experiences that it doesn't seem to drive them as much. Men are more driven. Like, it gives them the chance of possibly having sex will give them more drive to do something. Okay, that's how bitches get taken out to dinner. Bitches get Coach bags.
But
that's
like,
how these bitches be getting.
But like, you know, women like
big daddies that are rich.
I know from like when I was starting to date, I didn't really want to have sex on the first date, or I wasn't thinking about it, or didn't even want it to really pop off like that, just because like I just never saw myself as sex hungry. I always think like I wanted to know the person. When you say someone who wants sex more, I really think it's a man, because a man can have sex with someone he barely even knows, and that's okay. Right. Whereas, so I feel like a woman has more control to just like hold off to see if this is the person that she wants to have sex with.
But see, that's the whole point.